Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and as you may have gathered, there's absolutely nothing going on from if you watch me Everquest videos. I've just been doing other things really. I haven't I think I logged into Everquest once in the last 2 weeks since the the XP weekend. That was the last time I logged in. I just haven't. I mean, basically, The Witcher 3 happened. I've become pretty addicted to that. I've been playing that for 2 weeks. I might do a video later on, just kind of letting you know how what I think about it. Basically, if you haven't bought it yet, it might help you. I don't know, but yeah, from an EverQuest point of view, there's just really nothing going on. I haven't done anything for 2 weeks. Figwalt, I got to level 30 during the XP bonus thing. I was feeling a bit poorly, so I didn't play as much as I was hoping to. But he's in hell level at the moment, so I've kind of been a bit, we just haven't, because of Witcher 3 and the fact that I've just haven't had the enthusiasm to log in and do anything. Then, yeah, it's just been one of those fortnights. But I'm hoping to do some. I'm hoping to get back into EverQuest over the weekend. It's Friday today. Is it Friday the 12th of June? Is it the 12th? I can't remember. But it's a Friday. I'm hoping to get back into it over the weekend. Do some more videos. Yeah, I think the other thing as well, I think probably is that being honest, I've just been investing my energy in other things really. I think probably. I mean, I know a few weeks ago I said I was kind of looking at doing the channel seriously because of my job situation, but I think I don't think you're allowed to talk about numbers, but being realistic, YouTube is not going to subsidise anything anytime soon. It's just not viable, and so I can't. Oh, I just had a tell from a friend who was making a pet for me. I'm just sending a message. Oh god, I've got cables over my keyboard, so it's not looking good. So I've just basically that's the situation. It's I've been investing my energies in other things because it's not viable for me to spend too much time doing videos at the moment. But I'm doing a video today, and I'm doing a Bugrot video. Bugrot rides again. He seems to be the favourite. He seems to be the favourite character from what I hear from sort of messages and comments in game and that kind of thing. So so I knew that he was in West Karana, and I think I'll show you. Apart from his Peggy cloak that he got ages ago, and there is a video for that. I'm sure you've all seen it. He doesn't really have any equipment apart from some rawhide stuff that I've picked up off of various mobs that I've just been killing. But I thought I would log him in today because I knew he was in West Karana here, where the ogres are. The ogres dropped some equipment, some wisdom equipment that you could use. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of talking about a series where it might be quite interesting to try and kind of outfit Bugrot with stuff that I can kill myself, and create a whole new sort of wardrobe for it. So that might be an idea. That might be quite an interesting. Series to do actually, because I have to confess I've been struggling for things to do really just because of the situation that the other characters are in really. I do like doing quests, and I do like having a goal other than just leveling. So maybe this might be quite interesting. He's level 42, so if you know of any places that he can maybe go and pick up some gear for himself, yeah, let me know, and we'll see how we get on. But I'm just going to do this anyway. There's some ogres here. I think they're on Rala's Sec faction. They're all amiable to me, which is weird because ogre shamans hate troll shamans and vice versa. So I'm not quite sure why that's happened. But I'm going to try and kill them. Now, the only thing obviously I'm concerned about here is that they all. Well, I'm assuming that they would all aid each other, but maybe because they're lower level, they might not. Oh, that's handy. Okay, Cavern, I'm afraid you're going to be the guinea pig. What we've got? He's definitely got a sow on him. Okay, I get no XP. Check the extra. I should go a message. Pop on. Take the extra tick on the dots. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even realise they'd made some changes. So there are some changes to. Oh, I need to help. I need to help Cabin out here a bit. I think. Yeah, he's doing all right though. The shaman's slowed. He's probably going to get dotted. Get the crap dotted out of him. But that's that's the life of a pet. A bit like being a ranger. You know, you take the crap. So yeah, so this is you know, as you can see, you're getting a bit of Bugrot, and maybe we can do a new series here. See how things go. I'm generally sort of okay. I think I had a bit of a bug a couple of weeks ago, and that's why I was a bit poorlier than normal. But things kind of seem to have picked up a bit, you know, and I'm feeling a bit stronger this week. I don't know what that means. As I've said before, we just don't know. But yeah, but we're having a bit of fun. It's nothing there. Okay. Okay. Right. So these two. I know Chief Gun. There's a chief that spawns here as well. So I don't know if. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we've pulled two. Get in there, fella. So one of these guys, I'm going to root him, and then we'll just run up here. I'm kind of resisting all the spells, I guess, as we would probably hope. Has Pet been rooted? No, he's on guard, isn't he? You fools. Come on. Cabin. I know he's in a riled state. Okay, you can go on, Cabin. Get in there and do some. Get in there and do some stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's I forgot what I was saying. Completely lost track of what I was saying. Yeah. We'll kill this shaman first. I think the spawn time on them is quite long, so I'm going to be waiting around for a while. But yeah, I have to confess I don't know why I've logged in Bugrot today. I just think that I just didn't really have a huge amount to do. You know, level 30 hell level is not a bad one, but I just wanted to log in to Everquest and do something, and just create a video, and not have too much else to think about. I think Cabin will give a bit of chloroplast too. See if that helps him. And in you go. In you go, fella. Come on. I better slow this guy. I don't know if you can hear outside, but there's loads of birds singing. It's a lovely, lovely day in the southeast of the UK today. And I think I've said it before, but I think the UK gets a bad rap for weather, but in the UK we're pretty lucky here. Sorry, in the southeast corner, you know, we're pretty lucky. Northern France is only a few miles away, so yeah, it does make a difference. Let's dot this shaman up. Oh, so I've actually got this camp actually. What I've kind of missed while I've been playing Witcher. I don't know if you guys do it, but I really like. I've got Affliction. That's not too bad. I really like playing games and listening to stuff. So whether it's YouTube or whatever it may be, you know, and or podcasts or whatever. And I haven't been able to do that because with The Witcher, obviously you want the sound on. So so yeah. So I've kind of been listening to some stuff this morning when I logged in, you know, and yeah, it's quite nice. I do like that, you know, and I guess a lot of people probably play their games irrespective of what it is, and they listen to other stuff, you know. But when I'm playing a single player kind of role playing type game with a lot of dialogue and stuff, I must confess I do like. Let's see what. Yeah, Ralosec got worse. I'm not sure if that. I mean, not that Bugrot is a main or anything, but I wonder if that will be a problem at some point in the future. None of those shamans dropped anything. I believe they're supposed to drop, or they can drop, some wisdom kind of wristbands and stuff, and some mana stuff. So, you know, and I think Chief Gouda, or whatever his name is, when he comes up, or Gonda, I think he drops stuff as well. So now I've got the camp broken. I was going to put Witcher on actually, but I might sit here for a while. I'll see what the spawn time is. I think it's about 20 minutes, which isn't fun. But yeah, yeah. But it's just things have just been what they are. You know, I've just haven't had the enthusiasm to log in. And you're right. I'm just waffling now because I did forget what I was talking about again there. It probably wasn't anything particularly important. And it was talking about the weather. Yeah, it's a lovely day here. It's quite hot. I think it's supposed to be in like low 20s, which is quite hot here. In the summer it does go up. We did get to 25 to 30, particularly in London. But yeah, it's not bad. It's very nice. Lots of bird singing and stuff. There was one thing I was talk about today, and it's about YouTube in general, and sort of people knowing me and me not knowing viewers. It's quite an interesting thing. There are some people in game I talk to quite a lot, but not. But I don't. But I still don't really get an idea of kind of what that person is like. I think that when you do YouTube videos and you record stuff and you talk about your life, you get more of an idea. So I kind of come on here and kind of expose myself, I guess, to a certain extent. But most people who watch my videos have got no idea who they are really, and it's strange because I get messages from people and they say, "Oh, I love your videos," and I think I don't know this person. I'd like to, but I don't, but they enjoy what I do, and it's weird, but I did get, but so, kind of like someone who I've spoken to sort of on YouTube. Him and his girlfriend are doing, I'm not going to mention any names obviously, him and his girlfriend are kind of doing an American road trip, and they've got videos for that, and they've very, very kindly allowed me to kind of watch the videos and watch their trip, and I felt very, very honoured that was the case. But it's good as well because it's kind of like an exchange of it's just cultural exchange, like a life exchange, because as I said, I don't really know most of you guys from Adam really, apart from I know a bit about the sort of people I talk to mostly in game, but not a huge amount. But it's good to see people and to look at what they do and how they spend their lives, and kind of like an American road trip has always been quite interesting to me as well. It's although America and the UK, we both speak English and there's a lot of similarities, there's also a huge differences as well. When I watch kind of videos about America, I'm surprised sometimes at how different things are just culturally. And just the way people spend their lives and the things that go on. There are things that happen in America that you don't get in the UK. And I think the UK has a lot of things you don't get in America. There's a lot of I guess cultural things to a certain extent, but there's a lot of history and kind of rituals that you get in the UK that people from back in sort of medieval times and before that people still kind of hold to in the UK. And if you go to kind of the West Country, you'll find a lot of things go on there that have been going on for hundreds of years, and they keep those kind of things alive. And I guess you kind of get that in America to a certain extent, but I think because culturally and historically things are a lot newer, I don't think they're quite the same. But you do, but you just get things that go on there, and there are stuff that I wish happened in America. Lots of conventions and shows and just everything, just lots of stuff, and it's all really big as well, and we don't really see that kind of thing in the UK. We get it a bit, but to be honest with you, it's not. Whenever I watch the American stuff, I always feel that looks pretty awesome. That's kind of what you get here, but on a grander scale. And I guess the road trip thing also is similar. I've always myself and my wife have always sort of spoken about doing an American road trip from one side to the other. I think because you go through. I think because it just appears so different. You just as you're travelling along, there are so many different ideals and the way people live. I guess because there's more space and people are more spread out, so maybe there's less influence. Because what I find in the UK is that there are so many, because we're all quite close together. You go from one town to the next, and it's all quite similar. Influences have kind of spread across, and as I said, unless you kind of go to those out of the way places, maybe in the West Country or Scotland, Wales, even in Kent here. I mean, Kent's called the Garden of England, and you do still get some traditions that are upheld, but you do feel like you're almost in a suburb of London sometimes. When you're travelling around Kent. But yeah, and I think also as well, oops, sorry, I just knocked my mic there. I think also as well, it seems as though that each state in America is quite different laws and that kind of thing. So I imagine it feels very different as you're travelling across. And also the best thing is there's lots of open space, which is amazing. Lots of wildlife, lots of just different climates and things to see. And again, that's something that we don't really get in the UK. I mean, you can get on a road in the UK, and again, if you pick certain areas, it does feel like you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, but you're never that far away from a big city, really. And and that's why it seems interesting to me, just because I guess because it's different, and there seems to be a difference in culture and the way people live, kind of as you move across the country. So that's also why I find it quite interesting. Again, just because it's different. I mean, I've always been really interested in Japanese culture as well. It's in the country I've always wanted to visit. I like the. I know Japan has its bad points. There's. I think the things that make it interesting to me, like the discipline and the way people live their lives, also creates problems. I know that I think there's quite a high sort of suicide rate in Japan in certain areas. I know that if you work in Tokyo, you've got the you've got the men who just seem to work. Women, I guess, as well now. Seem to work, sort of seem to have to kill themselves for their company. And just to get ahead. And I know that obviously creates a lot of anxiety and stress and depression. I would assume, but in the same sense, I think with Japan and with America, with the UK as well, I like the old traditions. I like Japan. I like the samurai traditions and the kind of like the rural lifestyle and all those kind of things. But yeah, again, it's a country that's pretty interesting. I spoke to Level 1 Undercon before, because he said he'd never been to Europe, and obviously living in Europe, it's easier for me to travel around Europe, and so I spent quite a lot of time. Well, I spent some time sort of in Europe, and so for anyone who hasn't been thinking about it, I'd certainly recommend it. You do get. It's culturally very different. I mean, most of Europe is actually culturally very different from the UK. It's quite surprising. Even if you go to France, which is a few miles away, it's very different. And places like Italy, which we love Italy, but culturally it's so different. I mean, the first time I went to Italy, we stayed in a little town. It wasn't very big. We were staying in like a villa on the outskirts of the town, and when we travelled into town, it's. I guess the case that everyone knows everyone, so we was wandering around, and I guess I'm quite a bit taller than quite a lot of Italians, and paler as well, I suppose, at the time. But you walk around and people would literally stop and look at you walk past, and they stop talking and watch you. Not in a rude way, I don't think, because when you talk to people and if you go into a shop and have a chat, everyone's very friendly. But I think it's just, oh look, they're obviously not Italian, kind of look. And I guess there's just an interest there. But if you've been to the UK but no other places in Europe, I'd recommend Italy, but be prepared. It's quite a culture shock. But the food is great. It's. I know that for you guys living in New York and stuff, I guess, in the big cities like Chicago, I guess there's quite a lot of pizza and pasta kind of stuff going on, and and obviously all that type of food originates in the Mediterranean and Italy particularly. So yeah, I think if you like your New York sort of pizza pasta type things, you'll have a whale of a time in Italy. But I think that's all I've got to say now, guys, really, to be honest. I might sit here for a bit, chat to some people. I've got to have a chat. I've got to reply to Twonk there, but I thought I'd leave that until I kind of stop recording. And I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well at the moment, going through a good period. I just haven't been playing Everquest. And I know that a few weeks ago I did say that I was going to be having a bit of a crack at cracking the whole YouTube kind of thing and Twitch thing, but I think realistically, from my own physical point of view, and also, I need to be investing my energies in other things. But I'm still now. I'm kind of back. I'm still hoping to get a YouTube video, 1 or 2 hour week, including Everquest, and I had some plans. There were some other MMOs that I wanted to kind of kick off some video stuff. Lord of the Rings Online, obviously. Secret World. I kind of wanted to do some videos of that, but you know, I'm not sure at the moment. I have to see how things go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.